So today I don't have anything like super groundbreaking tech-wise or super like teaching-wise. Like I'm not gonna specifically teach you anything. Like, you might learn a little bit about ornithopters, but I do have one goal in mind. I want to make a bee. So you remember how, like, at some point you were told that bees should not be able to fly because, like, their wings are too small. Yeah, that's actually not true at all. And they can fly anyway because their wings create lift on both the back and forth flap, which is a very popular animal to have done it. And basically how this works is their wings angle and then rotate like this, which pushes the air that they are moving from the side motion downwards. They then rotate this the other way, and do that the opposite direction. So by doing this, you can create updraft just by moving it side to side, and you can do it with both the front and the back, like swing. And so what I need for this is like, is an angle, turn, angle other way, turn other way. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to use 4 logic gates, and it's gonna go like that. And then we can move like that, move like that, move like that, and this is going to be all going a lot faster. And in order to do that, I need to left click, which is negative on that one, and then I need to go right, right click, left click, right click, left. Okay. And for this, I'm just going to have a duration 1, pause 2, I have that set to spacebar, so it's going to go like that, and then it's going to wait 2, and then it's going to go like that, it's going to wait 2, and now I just need to, on a 0.5 delay, duplicate this over, make it 1, make this 0.5, so it's going to wait for that, and then it's going to take a little bit longer, actually it's going to take a little bit shorter to come back, and this is going to go on this, and then what this ad's going to do is that. Oh, fascinating. Okay, so it turns out I just needed to remove the 0.5, the 1.5 from here and make it 2. So this goes like this. And we can speed this up later. I just want to, like, get the general sequence done. And then what we need it to do after this is, after a delay of 1, we're going to reverse that. So we're just going to make the same gates, except add 1, so this would be 1.5, this would be 1, and we're just going to reverse the polarity of those. So that should go dot, 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 dot. Oh, that's close, but not quite. Okay. Okay, so now that we have a basic system working, I need to speed this up so we can actually generate some lift, duplicate it to the other side, make sure that everything's going in, like, the right direction and stuff, and then we can start work on the body and wings. Okay, so I have this working. Basic wings. I want to start on the body soon, but I did want to get these wings working, and I think that it works decently well. I think they have some power. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a NOR gate for when I am not pressing spacebar. I want to trigger all of these. Apparently I want to trigger them negatively because I want them to naturally face inward. Why isn't that working? Huh. If I do positively, they go that way. If I switch it over to negative, with -1, enter, leave, re-enter. Now it works, okay. Yeah. So now this works great. I might want to do a little bit more shaping on the wings, like I might want to go over here, look in the flight blocks, because a lot of these have just a lot of drag in general. Put a rounded bit over here. Probably not. I can probably put that like that. And then, I can get away with that block there, or rather a thinner version of that, and then those two there, and some wedges like so. I can probably do that. Copy that over to here. Yeah, that works out. I might have to add more drag later, but this is working decently well. Okay, so the first order of business is to move that back there, and then to use the logic to actually form out some of the body a little bit. So I'm going to put those two like that, facing inwards, and these two very similarly facing inwards like so. And then I want to have the gyros be in the abdomen so that I can angle which way these are propelling, simply by angling the abdomen, and then the rest will be angled from that. So then for here, we put that there. And then bees have a generally just average rounder shape. So I want to put some of these here. Maybe, I think I could get away with putting this here and this here. And then these are giant wings, but this is all made of metal and not insect, so I kinda have to be fine with that. And then I could put these right here and right here. I wonder, can I make these glass at all? I can't. I don't know. And then for the abdomen, I actually wanted to use something like these, because then I can duplicate it, boost that up like there, and kind of like the cattail I did on the cat bus that I've shown in a video, we can, like, bulk this out. I'm gonna use these. And then, I think I'm gonna use some of these. Like right there and there, and right there and there. And that way we can really get some more shape on the side, or actually on the top, because I want to now remove that and put some gyros in, which I will do, and then connect this back up. And I'm not certain where to put this, so I think I'll just go there. And we can block that with those two. And then we need some form of stinger, but I'm not sure that just going like this is going to be the best. Although I don't hate the idea of that kind of stinger, and then we can put... Here, let's flip that to the top. And let's actually get one of the fangs right here. And then, yeah, I think that fits decently well. And then this can go on the end. Not quite right there, because we want to give it a little bit more mass. About there seems good. And then I can use these right here. Make A, B, back, and that forward. And then if I go like this, yeah, we are hitting, like, we are going forwards, although I do need to add more drag. I think I need to remove these. I think that those are a hindrance. So then if I'm going like this, yeah, I need to generally improve the wings a little bit, so I'll do that. I just realized also that these two blocks I put here were causing a ton of collision, so now we can actually go up at all. Although the angle on this is a little bit sharp, so we're going to decrease some of this by, I don't know, we'll put it to 17. And that seems to work out well, it seems to semi-work out. And then I wonder if I can get away with lowering these by a block, and I wonder what that will do to how the wing is working. So we can extend the wings out by a block. We will go ahead and use the grid block, because it is lighter. It's just so much lighter, and we can use that to connect. Yeah, and this is doing great. We're already, like, really high up, and then if I go forwards, I still need to fix some of the collision issues, but this is not too bad. I think I'm gonna fix collision by moving the wings actually a block forwards on the torso. I wonder if I can just do it like that, because that seems easiest. And I'll get rid of these 2x4s in a minute. Yeah, that was perfect. Okay. So then I can lean forwards and go like this, or I can lean backwards and go backwards. Okay. I swapped these two around so that this could go more with the shape and that this could go more with that shape. And I also edited the wings to be clear grid blocks and some simple tail fins to go with it. And I think that this works really well. So now what I have to do is build the head, and I don't think I'm going to make this one a traditional walker, but I do want to paint it and add some legs just as landing gear. Okay, so I've added some legs just using pipes. I think that this is an interesting design because the tubes little like go like that, kind of like it's flying forwards, and I think that's cute. So I can fly up. The tubes do add quite a bit of weight now that I'm thinking about it. That's kind of funny. Okay. I wonder what I can do about that. Okay, so I managed to change up the wings a bit. I increased the angle by about 5 degrees, a little bit more. I think it's 5.5 degrees. And now it can fly perfectly, so that actually works out really well. I also just realized that bees only have 6 legs, so just gonna remove a pair, move these a little bit forwards, perfect, and then I can put a slope into here. We're gonna go for a general honeybee kinda design, even though the tail looks like a wasp, so I kinda want to get the head in now. Okay, so I have a basic head shape done for what I want, however this does not include eyes at all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it include eyes by moving this up, 1, 2, 3, and then deleting this block here, moving this to there, and then using pistons to, where are they? Right in this little gap here that would connect it. Orientate it like that. That, and then I'm going to set the speed to -100 and the position to 0, remove the controls, and then double check that that saved that, move this up too, and then when I go down, it should look exactly how I had it, except now I can build in this space, and it should be fine as long as I don't break up the weld curve more. So I could do something like that, I'm not going to, but I very well could just build out more from that. And that kind of looks like a cute little pig. And then I know that bees have really big eyes, but I think it would actually be pretty cute if we gave it some really small ones. So what I'm going to do is put 2 eyeballs there, paint them both black, and then see how that looks. See, that is really cute. And then what I can do is I can fly along, and then look forwards to go forwards, and the little head tilts up. Now I just need to make little antenna. And you know what? I don't think I need a stinger that is that long, so what I'm going to do instead is I want to take the 3x1 version, which is a little bit shorter. Still goes past this thing, but I don't think it'll be too bad size-wise. And then put that like there. And I think that looks a lot better. And then for antenna, I was actually thinking about something. And if I have the connection point here, which I do right now, I could totally just attach a pipe to there, and then that could be the attachment for little antenna. And how does that look? maybe after a little curl it'll look better. Because I do have to curl it at some point. I think that that's cute. I kind of want to remove both of these, though, and instead use one of these. Like, where'd it go? Like so. And then connect this to the back there, which means that I'll need another curvy bit. And then a 1x2 connector. And then I can remove this and just to duplicate this over. And that looks so much cuter. Aw, it's a little bee. Okay, and I had to fix the wings again, so I just extended them out by a block, and that gave them more leverage, so now it could fly again. But I think that I should turn up the gyros just a little bit. And by that I mean over double, because why not? And then this can fly, and now all we really need is a paint job. And a turning gyro, because I completely forgot about that. Okay. Okay, so now I have a turning gyro, and I need to remove all of the controls from all of these. Left, right, doesn't do anything. Okay, now I need to turn up the turning gyro, because it is quite weak right now. Set that to, let's go with 4. 4 is a good one. Yep, I like 4. And then I can fly, and then I can go forwards. Yeah, and it flies kind of like a bee. It doesn't fly exactly in the same pattern or the same wings as a bee, but it does demonstrate, like, using both strokes for lift, which I think is a really good thing to have. Okay, so I'm not actually going to go black for most of this, because honeybees are rarely black, but I will go one of the darker browns, and then maybe one of the lighter yellows. For, you know what, let's just color this by selecting all of it, and then deselecting that. You know what, we'll just recolor that later. And then this can kind of be, I wish there was a more muted version of this. What about matte? Matte is not at all more muted. This is more muted, but it's a very metallic bee, which I don't have a problem with. So let's go all metallic. And that makes that look better too. And then I want to add kind of stripes to this part. So we can go like this and this. And I could use decals for this, but I don't think I want to. And then color both of these, the dark color. Add a shield panel, because I think we could fly with it. Make that metallic. And then, yeah, we basically have our bee. The things that we need to change are notably the wings. Make as much of this glass as I possibly can. And then make these gray. Make these two matte, because that looks better for this. And then we need to paint this back to black, because it's the stinger. And I think that's basically our bee. Although I do need to paint these, the little leg segments. Let's go with the shade of brown, so that they match. And now we have a cute little bee. I think that this is a really fun project. You guys should make whatever animal you can think of and like try to see it through. You can let me know about the animals that you would want made in the comments, and then if any of them like are really if any of them I think would be fun to build in Trailmakers and to build on camera, I'll build it, but for now, I think that this is a really decent bee. I hope you enjoyed watching. If you have any, like, comments, once again, leave them down in the comments. It actually does really help the video performance for some reason. Like, the more viewer engagement I get, the more views I typically get on a thing. So, I hope you enjoyed, and see ya.